How does a man who arrives in America with just $2.50 in his pocket convince tens of thousands of people to hand over their life savings and give his own name to fraud forever? This is the story of Charles Ponzi, a dapper 5'2" Italian immigrant who, in 1920, made Boston an impossible promise. A staggering 50% profit in 90 days. A promise he soon shortened to an unbelievable 45 days. The genius of his pitch was its complexity. He claimed to have discovered a secret arbitrage scheme involving international postal reply coupons. He told investors he could buy these coupons cheaply in countries with weak economies and redeem them for a massive profit in countries with stronger currencies. It sounded brilliant, exclusive, and just complicated enough to be believable. But the reality was brutally simple. He was just using money from new investors to pay earlier ones. He was, as the old saying goes, robbing Peter to pay Paul. At his peak in 1920, he was taking in millions of dollars from about 40,000 people. The house of cards began to wobble when an investigation by the Boston Post raised questions. The story triggered a panicked run on his company as thousands of investors demanded their money back. When auditors finally stormed his offices, they discovered the truth. Ponzi owed his investors an estimated $7 million. In his possession, he had only $61 worth of the postal coupons that were the supposed source of his fortune. Ponzi's downfall was as swift as his rise. He ultimately spent 14 years in prison before being deported to Italy. He died penniless in a charity hospital. His victims, who had dreamed of impossible riches, were left with almost nothing. They collectively lost the 1920 equivalent of about $100 million today. And Charles Ponzi, the man with $1 million dream, left behind only his name, now synonymous with the very fraud he perfected.